This is Read here, back to share another read aloud with you. Today I'm reading a book called Courage, written by Bernard Waber. I want you to think about what that word courage means. Courage is about taking risks. And that doesn't always have to be a big risk or an unsafe risk. That could just be any kind of risk, like raising your hand in class when you're not sure about your question or your answer. That's a risk. That's being brave, and that's having courage. So be a listener, tune in, get comfy, and get ready to be a reader. There are many kinds of courage. Awesome kinds. Whoa! I don't know that I would have enough courage to do that. Those are trapeze artists. And there's everyday courage. I did this yesterday on a ladder. I braved something that I was very scared to do. So he's on a diving board and he's nervous about jumping into that water off that diving board. Look how high that is. That takes courage. Still, courage is courage, whatever kind. Courage is riding your bicycle for the first time without training wheels. That's hard, and I still have the scar from the first time I did that when I was little. I'm sure a lot of you are figuring out how to do that. Courage is a spelling bee, and your word is superciliousness. I don't even know how to spell that. Courage is 2 candy bars and saving one for tomorrow. Courage is mealtime and desperately hoping that it's not chunky chunks in real gravy. And courage is nobody better pick on your little brother. Oh, I have older brothers and I know that they felt the same way. Nobody picks on your little sibling. Courage is it's your job to check out the noises in the night in your house. That can be a little bit scary. But it definitely takes courage to check out those noises. Mom and Dad usually have that job. Courage is being the new kid on the block and saying flat out, hey, my name is Wayne, what's yours? I like that kind of courage. Courage is tasting the vegetable before making a face. Give it a chance. Definitely takes courage to make friends, doesn't it? Especially if you're new to a school or if you're in a new class. It's hard to make friends. It takes courage. Courage is not peeking at the last pages of the book to find out who did it. Courage is being the first to make up after an argument. This is a big one in my house too. Just because you guys have an argument with someone doesn't mean that you can't say, I'm sorry, or just have a conversation about how to make it better. Courage is deliberately stepping on the sidewalk cracks. And courage is the juicy secret that you promise to never tell. It's the bottom of the 9th, tie scores, 2 outs, bases are loaded, and you turn to go up to bat. Oh my goodness, how many of you play sports? How much courage does it take to be on a team and have it be your turn to hit or catch or kick or block a goal? It takes a lot of courage. Courage is being sudsed and scrubbed by strangers. Oh my goodness. You bring your pet to the grooming parlor and they have to get washed. Imagine how much courage your pet has to get all scrubbed and washed. Ooh, courage is breaking bad habits. It takes a lot of strength and will to break a bad habit. Courage is suddenly remembering a silly joke and trying not to giggle when everybody else is especially serious. Think about that one. Courage is remembering a silly joke and trying not to giggle when other people are being serious. That means you have to try to hold that in or refrain. Refrain means push your pause button. Hold it in and think about it instead of making a funny when other people are trying to be serious. Courage is arriving much too early for a birthday party. Hey, you were first. Courage is sending a Valentine to somebody that you secretly admire and signing your real name. I love that one. Courage is also admiring but not plucking, meaning when you find flowers, you can appreciate them, but don't pluck it, don't pick it. Courage is also going to bed without a nightlight. What? I'm a mom and I still have a nightlight. Mostly because I don't want to trip in the middle of the night. Courage is deciding to have your hair cut. Courage is trying to cover up your mean, jealous side. And courage is a scenic car trip and being stuck in the middle during the best part of the car trip, meaning you're not near the window so you can't really see. And courage is explaining the rip in your brand new pants. How'd that happen? Maybe you weren't doing something you were supposed to be doing. Or you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. And then you need courage to fess up, meaning be honest. Courage is going on it again. Oh, I've done this. And courage is, if you knew where there were some mountains, you would definitely climb them. Look at them. They're on like some crazy carnival ride. And if you knew where there were some crazy mountains, you'd definitely climb them. I have to say, that's one height I like to do. I like to join. I like climbing on mountains, not ladders. Courage is exploring heights and depths. Courage is a blade of grass breaking through the icy snow. Go grass. Courage is starting all over. So whether you're writing or drawing, and I paint and write at home, and sometimes I've had to start over about 10 or 12 times before I get it just right. And it's frustrating and it's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it to start over again and risk trying again. Courage is holding on to your dream. Just like playing an instrument, it takes courage to try something new, like learning how to play an instrument, and also playing an instrument in front of other people. That's a lot of courage. Courage is being a firefighter or a police officer. And courage is sometimes having to say goodbye. Like if grandma or grandpa or somebody comes to visit you and you have to say goodbye to them when they get in their car or they get on a plane or a bus or a train. It's hard to say goodbye sometimes. It takes courage to be brave and say goodbye. Courage is what we give to each other. When you're supporting someone else who might be feeling sad that they said goodbye, you're giving them courage. When you're giving someone a turn and telling them good job when they've raised their hand and asked a question or given an answer, you're giving them the courage to do that again. So courage is easy to give as well. So think about that. The next time we talk, when we talk about this book, Courage, I want you to come up with some examples of what ways have you had to have courage? Or in what situations have you had to use or have courage? Sound like a plan? Okay, see you next time.